Hi friends, if you are working and earning in the UK, you must have heard about ISA account, particularly during the month of March and April towards the end of the financial year. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is an ISA account, different types of ISA accounts, and how I personally use my annual ISA allowance as an Indian living in the UK. When I moved to UK in 2015 and started working here, I did not have any idea about ISA accounts. I did read about ISA from various resources, but I was not convinced that I needed this kind of an account at that time. Just to give you some basic information, ISA means individual savings account. It's an account that you can open through your bank, building societies, and many investment platforms and brokers. What's special about ISA account is that all the money that goes in along with the interest or any dividend or capital gains remains tax free. But there is a maximum limit to how much you can deposit every financial year, which is determined by the UK government. In this tax year 2022 and 2023, the maximum allowance is £20,000. When I started working in the UK, I used to transfer most of my savings back to India because the interest rate in the Indian NRI and NRO accounts were much higher than the UK bank accounts. Also, I used to invest regularly through Indian mutual funds, so I needed the money in my Indian bank account. It was in 2017, that is after living in UK for almost 2 years, I decided to open my first ISA account, which was called the Lifetime ISA, or in short LISA account. The reason for this was that I wanted to save for buying a house in next few years. I opened a cash LISA account with a building society, and at that time it was the only provider of cash LISA. Now you might ask, what was so special about this LISA account? The way it works is I paid £4,000 per year and the government paid me another £1,000 on top as a bonus, and we used to get an interest on this total amount of 5,000 every year. The interest rates were not a lot higher than the market rates, but the advantage was that all this money, the 5,000 plus the interest, was tax free, and I can use them to purchase my first house in the UK. There are few caveats to the LISA account, that is, you must be more than 18 years of age but less than 40 years to open a lifetime ISA account. Number two is you can put up to £4,000 each year until you are 50 years of age. You must make your first payment in your ISA before you are 40 years of age. And the number three is when you turn 50 years, you will not be able to pay into your lifetime ISA or earn the 25% bonus. Your account will stay open and your savings will still earn interest or investment returns. Now you might ask, what if I want to withdraw my money before I turn 60 years of age? To withdraw your funds from lifetime ISA account, you have to fulfill three conditions. Number one is buying your first home and the cost of the property should be less than £450,000. Number two is your age should be 60 or over. And number three is unfortunately you are diagnosed with a terminally ill medical condition with less than 12 months to live. If you want to withdraw your money for any other reason apart from these three, then you will have to pay a withdrawal charge of 25%. So carefully plan your withdrawal strategy while you are opening an ISA account. Now imagine a scenario that you don't want to buy a house at all, or you already own a house in some part of the world. Then you can still use your LISA as a long-term savings instrument, which you can withdraw when you turn 60 years of age. But in this case, Rather than using the cash ISA, it's best to use the stocks and shares ISA for a long-term investment option, because in that case, through equity investment, you'll be able to beat the inflation and generate good returns. In stocks and shares ISA also, you will receive the 25% government bonus. Your capital gains and dividends will remain tax-free, which is one of the main advantages of this ISA account. Compare this with 10% long-term capital gain tax in India when you sell your equity investments. I still maintain a stocks and shares ISA after I have bought my own home, and I still plan to continue paying every year to this account till I turn 50 years of age. So till now, I have discussed about two types of LISA account: cash for short term and house buying goals, and stocks and shares LISA for a long term investment. But maximum deposit for LISA is £4,000. So what is going to happen with the rest of my annual ISA allowance? That is another £16,000, because we have already discussed that the government have determined the ISA allowance to be £20,000. So the options are, you can open some other forms of ISA accounts. There are three other different types of ISA accounts. One is stocks and shares ISA, number two is cash ISA, and number three is innovative finance ISA. And number four, we have already discussed about lifetime ISA. Coming to the stocks and shares ISA, if you want to invest in stocks and shares and keep your investment accessible, should the need arise, then stocks and shares ISA is a great option. You can open stocks and share ISA with most banks and major investment platforms like Hargreaves Lansdown, AJ Bell, Vanguard, Free Trade, and many more. The fees and the investment options available vary between each of these providers. So choose your provider very carefully and after due research. I have my account with AJ Bell You Invest, and I invest majority in ETFs and some actively managed funds and investment trust through regular monthly investment, because that is cheaper than lump sum investment. Compare this to remitting your funds to India and then investing in the Indian markets, where you have to pay for number one, the transfer of the funds, and number two, also the capital gains tax when you sell your investment. By the way, this is not an investment advice and I am not a financial advisor. So please do your own research before you invest in any of these instruments. The next form of ISA is cash ISA, which is basically like a bank account that will pay you some interest. You can check out the rates with different provider and open an account. Most providers is going to allow you to open and operate your accounts online quite easily. But as an NRI, what I feel is you can earn a better interest rate if you do a fixed deposit in your NRE account, because those funds are also tax free. The next form of ISA is known as innovative finance ISA, which invest in peer-to-peer lending platforms. Most of these instruments are quite risky, and unlike stocks and shares investment platforms, peer-to-peer platforms are not protected by financial services compensation scheme should they collapse. And historically, there have been instances when these platforms have collapsed. Personally, I don't invest in any of these innovative finance ISAs. Another point to note is that cryptocurrencies are not available as a part of the ISA tax-free buffer. So for cryptocurrency, I personally prefer to transfer my money to India and then invest it through my NRO account. Hope this video will provide you with some idea about various types of ISA accounts, and you can now decide whether you should open it or not. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to like this video if you find value in this content. Thank you for watching.